Okay, folks, it's that time of the year again. Full bloom. The lavender's popping. This is Mount Bretia. Mount Bretia right here. Mount Bretia. Mount Bretia. Montbretia. It's beautiful. You can divide these. I would divide these early spring and move it somewhere else if you like. It does get pretty big. And the birds and the hummingbirds just love this. So I was telling you about the lavender, and the bees love it. And the bees are in heaven right now. Look at them go. All kinds of different bees. Honeybees. Different kinds of bees. I see 2 species already. Yep. And we got daisies. This daisy is the Shasta daisy. It's very aggressive. So which lavender do you like? You like this deep purple lavender? Or do you like this lavender, the light lavender? You choose. I do like this deeper lavender here. It's a little bit fuller too. Look at that. Just unbelievable. The bees are in heaven. Look at those guys. There must be, like I said, 100 bees here. So you definitely want to get lavender for sure. Look at those guys go. These are cool bees. Man, whew, so cool. So there you have it. Well, hello folks, how you guys doing? I'm going to give you an update. It's August 3rd, 2025. Let's go check out the progress in the greenhouse. Well folks, we got these tomato plants outside here. Just start here, I guess. They look pretty good. I had to give it some nutrients. I gave it some different type of fertilizer. More potassium, so we get better fruit. We do have some blossom end rot on this guy here. See that? But then this here guy here doesn't have any, and that guy doesn't have any. So it's hit and miss, kind of. Everybody goes through it. But anyways, yeah. And then I bought these here. These are beefsteak. Definitely late in the game, but let's see if we can pull it off and get some produce. Maybe put them in a greenhouse later. And these are the cherry tomatoes. And then I got some of these San Marano. Look at that. Looking pretty good. Very happy with that. So this here plant right here, that plant, I said that's from like 6 a.m. till 12 noon. Here we have from noon till sundown. So here you can see it, everything is, here we got some produce here. Look at this. It's ready. See, that's got blossom end rot too. So it's hard. In a pot, it seems to be a challenge. That's going to be my challenge, is this blossom end rot in pots. So let's see if this guy's got one. Yeah, see, look at that. Not too bad, but it's there. You probably could just chop them off, chop the bottom off, and it should be still good yet. Look at that. That's my Thompson seedless grape. Wow, thing grows like mad. Lots of grapes on this year. And we got some trees here. We got some aspen, and then this is the Lisbon. And then I just transplanted this tree here. It was growing too close to the house. So get them transplanted in here, get a good root ball, and then we'll transplant them out in the field. And then here's the peppers I was telling you about. And then I transplanted these in the bigger pots too. This is just super chilly and looking really good. This one here, well, got beat up pretty good, but I think we can still manage to keep it going yet. So, yeah, and then like I say, cherries are, that's all I got is cherries. The Seed King, should I say Amazon? They have Seed King as their source for buying seeds, and they gave me nothing but cherry tomatoes. So I don't even know what this breed I really wanted, you know, and I'll never know because this year it's out of the question. Anyways, the cherries are, you know, going crazy in here for sure. Then we got the Early Girl. Early Girl has no blossom and rot, and it's in pots. So it's by variety too. No blossom and rot. I'm going to pick these here today. So no blossom and rot. No, what is susceptible is the plum tomato or Italian tomato and the San Marzano. So just that you know. But yeah, over here at the I have a whole bunch of San Marino, and they're not quite ready yet. But this here, this is some more Early Girl. Early Girl has a nice. They do have a nice produce, meaning a good yield. I'm pretty happy with the Early Girl. I might plant these again next year. But I'm not sure about the Italian yet. But we'll see. Maybe Big Boy again. Because Big Boy was good to me. So it's hard to get around in here. As you can see, this cherry tomato here. Another one. One of many here. But we got a bunch of... here's another Early Girl here. But you can see the yields are pretty heavy. But again, in the pot, I'm sure you're going to be limited a little bit too. But yeah, so I'm wondering if I should take the shade cloth off too. I'm not sure. But because it is getting end of the season, and we haven't had anything above 80 degrees here at the coast. So yeah. But anyways, looks like I got some work cut out here to pick the produce here. We got one way back there too, if you can see them. But anyways, yeah. So again, yes, the Early Girl, they don't get in big size, but it probably would have got bigger size if they weren't in pots. So it's hard to say, but for that small of a pot, I'm still impressed by the yield and, you know, the growth. So there's no blossom end rot in here whatsoever that I noticed. So for whatever reason, the plum tomato, which is this guy right here, the plum tomatoes, or should we say Italian plum, they are susceptible to having blossom end rot. So, I mean, I added more, you know, potassium, hoping that would help, and calcium. A lot more calcium to help to alleviate that. But again, I just think it's the breed that is susceptible to and blossom end rot. So, and then, like I said, here's the San Marino. Here's two of them that, there's one right there. You can pick that one right now. So you can see it's just started to grow blossom end rot. And then here we can get this guy here too. But you can see they're starting to do it. You have to cut them off. But that's your San Marino. It tastes really good in a salad. It's really sweet. Super sweet, they call it, really. So, yeah. Here, see, this plant is just about out. So, 1 month and the bloom is party's over. See, look at that. Here's the seed right here. Here's the seed right here. And it's easy to grow this stuff. I collected a bunch. But, yeah. 1 month, bloom's over. So, here to the... So anyways, folks, we are almost on the outs. Next is harvest. So my wife had some red potatoes in here, and she harvested them already. And I told her, oh, that's a little early. You gotta wait till like September. But anyways, she dug some out, and there were half size, I guess, not too bad. Anyways, she left a few in there. It looks like only, I don't know, 5 or 6. It looks like she dug some more out too. But anyways, But anyways, this is her project. She did a good job with these tomatoes here. I'm not sure what kind of breed they are. They're they're a slicing tomato. And you can see that actually the size on these are pretty good, really. So yeah, not too bad. But yeah, no rain, which is typical for here. After July 4th, we don't really get any rain. This is some beans. I don't know, it's a Chinese bean or something like that. It's a big pod. I don't know what she calls it, but that's her little project. They actually are doing okay here, and these are being sprayed every day with water. All right, folks, let's go look at the vineyard now, and then we'll see where we're at there. The vineyard has been doing okay. The yields seem a little bit smaller this year as far as the bunches go, but you got to take what you can get. So let's check these out. Yeah, so there you have it. Pinot Noir Pre-Couche. You can see the Pre-Couche. See how small some of the berries are, and then you got bigger berries. So that can give you a different profile of flavor. So yeah, that's just the way it is. But I'll show you the one I'm really starting to like mostly is the, you can see, look at this all right here, folks. This is all my trimmings of the vines. I cut them back and give it a haircut. As you can see right here, gave it a good old haircut. And then on the sides too, you know, so the sun gets to the grapes. But if you take a look at this here, see, this is the 777. And 777 doesn't have those small berries in between, and you know, it just tastes better. It tastes better as a wine. So I may have to graft. We're gonna not jump to conclusions here. Oh, look at these flies, stupid flies. So yeah, but they're looking good. Can't complain. Can't complain. So there you have it, folks, in the vineyard here. And yeah, things are looking really pretty good, really. Did all the trimming, so I'm all caught up now. I sprayed it with some sulfur to keep the berries nice and healthy. And then you know, these vines, these new vines, they're really taking off, and I really like the vines at Inland Desert Nursery in Eastern Washington. They definitely have a good quality vine, that's for sure. And you can see some of these already have grapes on it, and you know, you're not supposed to, but they did. This is the second year. So hey, it is what it is. I don't have a problem with that. I don't have a problem with harvesting early. They say it takes 3 years. And now look at this again, folks. The big question mark. The leaves fell off the second time, and now they're shooting again. I think it's the coast. They don't like the coast. They don't like this real breezy here. It's like a breezeway here. So I'm going to move this tree over here, right over there. Somewhere in, like I'll show you where I'm going to grow it. Get it out of the wind a little bit. Maybe I'll kind of like grow it like maybe right in here or something. But you know, it takes away from my views. And look at this, here's this, it's just crazy. Maybe I'll grow it right in this area here. But everything this is a big project back here. This is the line fence, and then yeah, it's a it's a lot of work. Ooh, look at that, there's a cherry. Look at that little cherry on that tree. Here's my compost right here. See that? But there, look at that cherry. Oh boy, there's one cherry. I better get it before the animals get it. It's ripe too. Ooh. Good. Good gracious. But anyways, there your cherry is. But anyways, folks, yeah, and then we got some plums. Italian plum tree here, and you know, this thing keeps dying back, so I'm going to cut more off this year. This is a huge project, folks. I mean, seriously, you can see the grapes up there, or excuse me, the plums. See them right there? Here's one right here. See it? Oh yeah. And they taste great, and they separate from the pit. So, but anyways, folks, a cool summer. Average is between, I would say, 73 degrees. Not even, 72 degrees is the average. All right, folks. Okay, folks, well, that's it for me for this week, this month. I'll get back to you next month on this progress of the greenhouse and the vineyard. Oh, I guess I could show you one thing yet. We got, look at all the grapes here. You can see them all. Look at them all. Look at them all. They're just jammed up there. Yeah, it's really loaded. I guess, you know, realistically, this is really the way to to put the grapes, you know. I kind of like it. It manages the grapes real fine. They hang and they separate from the vine. I don't know. I kind of like it. So anyways, folks, adios, amigo.